grade 2 students. How all of you are doing? I believe that all of you are doing great. So welcome back to our another class for subject science. Okay, and today we're going to be reviewing from the beginning. Okay, so now we have finished our book, so we will start reviewing lessons from the beginning, okay, one by one. Okay, and then if you will have any doubts, any questions, so you can ask me. Okay, so I will clear all the doubts and I will help you. Okay, so first today we will review different places to live. Okay, so let's read first and then I will explain you. Okay, so number one, going outside. Okay, 1.1, different places to live. What do animals and plants need to live? Okay, look at the picture. Which animals and plants live in each environment? What differences can you see? Okay, so you see the three different environment. Okay, and what differences can you see? Okay, so activity 1.1, compare two different places. Go outside, look for two places that are different, like a wet place and a dry place. Measure the two places, make sure they are the same size. What can you find? Can you find any mini beasts? Okay, so what are mini beasts now? So mini beasts are like insects, like spiders, okay, cockroaches, okay, ants. So these are called mini beasts. Okay, and snails. So these are called mini beasts. Record the animals and plants you find in each place. Compare them. What have you found? What animals and plants live in these environment? Okay. So let's have a look. Okay. All living things live in different places and environment. Okay. So we living things. First of all, what are living things? So living things like are like us, human being. Okay, living things eat, breathe, okay, reproduce, have senses, okay, and they need food. Okay, so what are living things? Human being, we are living things. Plants, okay, so all the plants are living things. Plants, trees, okay. Animals, all the animals are living things. Okay, so and we reproduce, we die. Okay, so human being, we birth and then we grow big. Okay, and living things grow big. Okay, they don't stay small. Okay, non-living things like I would say this chair. So this chair is a non-living thing. It does not breathe, it does not need food, okay, and it does not have senses, okay, and it will not grow big. Okay, but living things eat, they breathe, okay, they have senses, they reproduce, and they die. Okay, like we need food every day. We need food to survive. Okay, and we need a right environment to survive. Okay, so all living things live in a different places. Okay, different living things. Okay, so they live in their ideal environment and the places that they can survive. Okay, so environment can be different or similar. Okay, so environment can be different or similar, like Cambodia. In Cambodia it's hot, okay, and it's raining. So somewhere else, like some other countries, it could be same environment, hot and rainy. Okay, so now the question is, different living things live in a different places. Okay, so what they need to survive there? They need food. Okay, like living things, they need food to survive there. They need water. Okay, water is very important. They need air, fresh air to survive. Okay, so that's why different living things rely on different places where they can find things to survive. Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay, so first, okay, sea animals, fish, octopus, crabs. There are so many sea animals. Okay, so if you talk about sea animals, so many sea animals. But the question is, where do they live? They live in the water. Okay. Farm animals, dog, sheep, horse, ducks, chickens. Okay. Where do they live? They live in the farm, on the ground. Okay. Wild animals, they live in the forest. Okay, in jungle. Okay, like tiger, lion, elephant. Okay, so and they also live on ground. Okay, and if we talk about birds, so birds, where do birds live? Most of the birds live on trees. Okay, so they rely on other living things. Okay, like plants are living things, trees are living things, so they live on trees and plants. Okay, so sea animals live in the water. They cannot survive outside the water. If you bring the fish out of the water, it won't survive long. Okay, because fish can only survive in the water, because that's the ideal condition, ideal environment for fish to survive. Okay, same like octopus can only survive inside the water. Crabs can survive outside the water, but not for long. Okay, so but crabs and like other fish, okay, so all the sea animals can only survive inside the water. Okay, they cannot survive on the ground because they need water to survive. Okay, so in the water they have ideal environment. Okay, and they have food there. Okay, to survive in the water. Okay, now farm animals, dog, sheep, horse. Farm animals can survive on the ground. It doesn't have to be in the farm. Okay, they can survive outside the farm as well. Okay, but sea animals and farm animals totally different to each other. Farm animals cannot survive inside the water. Okay, they can survive on the ground. Sea animals cannot survive on the ground. They can survive inside the water. So different animals, different living things need different places to survive. Okay, so sea animals in the water, farm animals on the ground. Okay, and a dog can survive, like we have pets. Okay, so we keep dogs as a pet. Okay, and we keep cats as a pet. Okay, so they can survive on the ground. Okay, because that's the ideal environment condition for them to survive. If we talk about wild animals, okay, wild animals like animals in jungle, they live on ground. Okay, but they live in a different place, in a jungle. Okay, so dog can survive inside the house. Okay, like as a pet. Horse can survive in the farm as a pet. Okay, but tiger, we cannot keep a tiger as a pet. Okay, because tiger needs meat. Okay, some animals eat other animals like tiger, lion, wolf. Okay, they eat other animals, so the jungle is the right place for them to survive, because they find other animals. Okay, they hunt other animals and they kill them, and then that's how they survive. They eat other animals. Okay, so tiger, lion, elephant, so they live in jungle. It's a different place. Okay, farm is a different place, and but it's on the ground. It's not inside the water, but it's on the ground. Okay, but jungle is a different place. Okay, so different animals live in different places. So this about animals. Okay, if we talk about human being, okay, so some people live in a cold country, some people live in like we are in Cambodia now. So Cambodia is hot, raining season and hot season. Cambodia don't have a winter, but some countries have winter, so people live in winter there. Okay, so different people live in different place. Okay, some people live in desert. Okay, so if I talk about desert is a place where very less water. Okay, so no sign of plants. Okay, only very few plants and only sand. Okay, like if you search about Sahara desert, so that's I think the biggest desert in the world. So people survive there. Okay, people survive there, so they live in a different place than us. We live in Cambodia. In Cambodia we have water, we have plants, we have greenery. But if you talk about desert don't have much plants, lack of water. Okay, only sand. Okay, and so like camel. If we talk about camel animal, okay, so camel can survive in desert, because camel can go for so many days without drinking water. So that's why camel is a camel, they call it camel is the animal of desert, okay, because camel can survive so many days without eating, without drinking water, okay. So that's why in desert mostly people use camel, okay. If you search camel and the way it is found, you will see it's mostly found in desert area, okay. So let's talk about plants, okay. So water plants, okay. Some plants don't need soil to grow, like they can grow in the water, they don't really need soil, okay, like lily, Amazon frogbait, parrot's feather, okay. So these are some plants, just an example, okay. So these can grow in the water. These plants don't really need soil to grow, okay. Desert plant, these plants can grow in the desert, okay, like cactus, okay, brittle bush, okay. So these plants can grow in the desert, okay. So lily cannot grow in the desert, or cactus cannot grow in the water, okay. So two different plants need different space or different place to survive, to grow, okay. So like forest plants, bamboo, oak, maple, okay. So these plants cannot grow on desert. These plants can grow in forest, and these plants cannot grow inside the water, okay. So different living things need different places to survive, okay. So the main point of our today's lesson is different living things need different places to live, different environment, okay. Some animals can survive in the cold, very cold weather, like penguins, okay, penguins and polar bear, okay, they can survive in the very cold weather, okay. But some animals like hot weather, they cannot survive in the cold weather, okay. So that's why some animals like hot weather, so they live in the hot countries, okay, like hot places, and the animals that like cold weather, they live in the cold places, okay. So if you go outside, you will see animals or mini beasts, okay. So all of them, some mini beasts can survive inside the water, but some cannot, okay. So that's why different places, or different living things need different places to survive, okay. Like we human being, okay, so we cannot survive in a really hot weather, and we cannot survive in a really cold weather. So we need ideal environment, okay. Some people like to live in the cold weather, so they prefer cold places, okay, and some people they like to live in the hot weather, okay, so they prefer hot places, okay, because they cannot survive in the hot. If I don't like cold weather, I will not go to cold place, okay, because I will not survive there. I will get sick, okay. And if I don't like really hot weather, I will not go to hot place, because I cannot survive, so I will get sick. So different animals, different plants, and different living things live in different places, okay. So that's it in the first video. Coming on to your task one will be posted in the group, okay. If you will have any doubts, any questions, you can ask me, okay. I will be there to help you, okay. And if you will have any question, doubts regarding our today's lesson, you can ask me and I will help you, okay. That's it in the first video. I will see you in the second video. Hello students, welcome back to our second video for today's class, okay. And today we are reviewing about different places to live, okay. So different places to live, okay, like as I mentioned in the last video, different living things need different places to survive, because they can find food there. First of all, we living things, we need food, okay, fresh air, to breathe, okay, we need water, okay, and to survive, okay, and we need necessary things for life to survive. So that's why we find a place where we can get all these things, okay. So if I talk about like wild animals like tiger, lion, they cannot survive in the farm because they eat other animals, okay, they need meat, they eat other animals, and in the farm, so they cannot eat other animals. So that's why their ideal place to live is in jungle, okay. Farm animals eat grass, okay, like grass or vegetables, okay, plants, okay. So that's why farm is the ideal place for them to live. And sea animals can only survive in the water, they cannot survive outside the water, so that's why they live inside the water, okay. So task 2, okay, so if I talk about task 2, so task 2 will be given in the group, okay. So I will give you some activities to do, okay, and I will be there to help you if you will have any doubts, any questions, okay. So that's it. In the second video, I will see you in the third and last video. Hello students, welcome back to our third and last video for today, okay. And you guys have done a great job in task 1 and task 2, so well done and keep it up, okay. So before I give you homework, I will explain you one more time, okay. Today we reviewed about different places to live, okay. So all living things live in different places, and environment can be different or similar, okay. So different living things live in a different places, okay. So like we human being, we live in a different place, okay. We need house to survive, okay. So without house we need a roof, okay. If we we need a roof, okay, to survive, to protect us from sun, okay, and from rain, okay, and we need walls, okay, to protect us from hot weather and really cold weather, okay. So that's why different living things live in a different places. Like talk about animals, sea animals survive in the water, they cannot survive outside the water. If you take out the fish outside the water, it won't survive for long because it's not an ideal environment or ideal condition for fish to survive, okay. And farm animals like dog, sheep, horse, they can survive inside the farm, okay. And dogs can be kept as a pet, okay, it can survive inside the house, like cats can survive inside the house, okay. But if you put a dog inside the water, it won't survive for long. If you put a dog inside the sea, it won't survive long because dog cannot survive inside the water. That's not the ideal condition, ideal environment for a dog to survive, okay. Like wild animals like tiger and lion can hurt human beings, so that's why they prefer to live in the jungle, okay. Like wild animals can stay in the jungle, okay, because they like to eat other animals, okay. They eat other animals, they eat meat, okay. So that's why they live in the jungle. They cannot survive inside the farm because it can hurt other animals, it will kill other animals, it can hurt human beings, it will kill human beings. So that's why wild animals stay in the jungle, okay. And plants also, like some plants we can grow in the garden, but some plants we cannot grow in the garden, like a vegetable plant, some vegetable plants. Small plants we can grow in the garden, but big plants we cannot grow in the garden because garden is a small place. And like forest plants, bamboo, oak, maple, we cannot grow in the garden, like in the house, because these trees grow very big and we cannot grow them. That's why, so that's not the ideal place for them to grow, okay. Like desert plant, cactus, brittle bush, okay. So and forest plants like bamboo and oak, it cannot survive in desert, it will not grow big in desert, okay. And water plants, lily, Amazon frogbait, parrot's feather, okay. So these plants can grow without soil in the water, but cactus cannot grow inside the water, okay. So the main point here is we all need different places, okay, but we need ideal, like right place, right environment for us to survive. It's all about surviving in a place that is ideal for living things, okay. So like we human being, okay, so some people like to stay in the cold place, so they prefer to live in the cold country, okay. Some people like hot weather, so they prefer to live in the hot countries, okay, like hot place, not really hot. But we also cannot survive in a really hot weather, we will get sick. And we also cannot survive in a really cold weather, because we will get sick, we might die, okay. And we human beings, we make sure where we live we have all the necessary things for life, like food, okay, water, roof, okay, clothes, okay, so and shelter, okay. So these are the things that we need to survive, okay. Like some animals like cold weather, like polar bear, penguin, so they like cold weather, so they mostly penguins and polar bear are found in cold countries, like where is a very cold weather, okay. So that's it for today, okay. Homework will also be given in the group, okay. So and I will if you will have any doubts, any questions regarding homework, you can ask me, okay. So and I hope we go back to full I will see you in the class this month, within this month, or hope for the best, okay. So that's it for today. Thanks for participating. Take care, be safe, and bye bye.